Hi there guys, and welcome back to Agarian Skies 2. It's Casual Kiwi, and this episode we've got quite a bit of stuff to get on with and get done. There's a lot of things I want to achieve this episode, so I'm not sure how much of it we're actually going to be able to do because we're lacking in quite a few resources. But we'll see what we can do. First things first, I want to get up and running, and of course it rains. I want to get up and running a smeltery. So if we look in here, we've got a butt ton of gravel, sand and clay. So all the stuff, the clay I've got with the wooden barrels down here, once they're filled up with water, you throw some dust into them and voila, you have yourself a block of clay. So we want to grab all of that, gives us 2 stacks, and then we want to grab a fair old bit of coal, and we want to throw a stack in each furnace. Boom, iron grout. Grab the smooth stone out. Smooth stone is going to be handy later on, but we want that all to smelt up, and that should smelt up into seared bricks. Yep, like so. And that's going to be for a smeltery. I'm just going to turn the sound down here. I don't know what's going on with the sounds. Master volume is high. Music weather, we want to crank that down to very low. We'll crank that down to off actually, so it's quiet. And that should be good. Much better. Okay. So, we can go ahead and kill these mobs. Let's see what this gives us. We need some more bones for sure. We need a butt ton more bones, but we don't seem to be getting too many bones from the spawner. Plenty of gunpowder, which we don't need, and arrows, which we don't really need. One bone, that's always good. Gunpowder, get rid of that. Get rid of that head. And these guys here, we can turn into jerky. Oop. Like so, and these guys we can get rid of. It says it's a nourishing morsel, but whenever I eat them, I tend to end up with bloomin', we might actually throw that over here, with bloomin' poison, so not the best of things. Okay, and I think that can go in there with the food, the bone meal. Oh look, there's an island up there, or is that clouds? That might be clouds. Okay, very cool. Okay, so what we need to start looking at is really getting this stuff done. Not much we can do until that stuff is smelted. Whether or not I cut away, we'll have a look in the quest book. Okay, so back here, how much of that do we need? Oh, we've got enough of that. Okay, jolly good. So we need to make a ball of moss. How on earth do we make a ball of moss? So we're going to need these guys here. And then if we go ball of this guy, of course it is not even close to making enough of that stuff, not even close. We have 7 and we need at least 9. Okay, so we're going to need some more, and we need to make some bricks as well by the looks of it. So, not going to happen for a long time, but that's okay. See what else we can do. Water from air, don't want to do that. No, we don't want to go to the nether. Auto mining, don't particularly want to do that. Auto processing, what is it? An Autopackager. We do want one of these guys. The Autopackager will combine items in a 3x3 or 2x2 pattern. Takes items from a chest on its left, blah 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 blah. So, the Autopackager. How do we make him? Autopackager? This guy. How expensive are ye? So a bunch of pistons, a crafting table, some iron, and a redstone reception core, which is 2 bits of redstone. We just don't have the redstone. I am going to have to sift a bunch more stuff, aren't I? It's just going to have to happen. One thing we will do is we will grab wherever they are, these guys, and it's going to be a bit ugly for now. Oh, this rain is terrible. It really is. And we're going to... How can we do this? Actually, I bet if we just use one of our transfer nodes, because we've got spare ones, we just grab one of these. Oh, we'd have. Oh, I don't know if we need another word interaction upgrade. I don't think we do. I think we can just go to flunk like so. And that should instantly fill with cobblestone, I think. Yes, it is. Fantastic. So that's going to put cobblestone straight into there and going to keep us filled. God damn, skellies. Filled with lava. Okay, I'm going to get out of there before he gets me. Cool. So now we should have unlimited lava stashed in that guy. So what we need is we need a magmatic dynamo, but we don't have anywhere near enough stuff to make that yet because we need to make a smeltery so that we can make some invar. Boom. And boom gives us that. Now we need to start making a few things. So we need one of these, which is a smeltery drain. We need a controller, like so. We need a tank, in which case we need a piece of glass. Do we have any sand? We have one piece of sand. Okay, jolly good. We're just going to whip that out of there, throw that in there, take that. Get ourselves a piece of glass. Nice. Throw that back in. So then we can go back to here. Glass and some of these. Geez, the description is huge in NEI, not NEI, in Whaler for these things. So we have a tank, a controller, and a drain. We are going to need a spout. Is it a spout? A faucet, sorry, not a spout. We're also going to need a casting table, which I think, if I'm correct, is like so. Cool. And then if we can, that's not even half of that stuff, is it? No, it's not. Not quite. 29 and 31. Okay, so I think what we might do is make a... Do we want to make a second one? No, we might leave it at that, just doing the one for now. And we'll knock some of these into bricks. That's going to give us 6. Because we may well be able to put down... We're going to need... No, we're not going to have enough. Not quite. Boom. 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 17. 4. It might give us enough. Okay, so where are we going to put our smeltery? This is the next question. We might quickly sleep. Da-dum. Oh, and we've got our smeltery and new book as well. Lovely. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Now, these guys should hopefully... I hate him. I really do. We're going to grab ourselves a bow. Have one there. Gonna have a piece of toast. 2 bits of toast. 3 bits of toast. Shouldn't have probably used all that. We're going to grab ourselves a bow, this guy, and a few arrows. Let's see if we can take out Mr. Skelly here. Like so. Voila! Cool. Extra bones. Nice. Okay, so I'm thinking that what I might like to do is put it here somewhere. Down in here maybe? So, okay, if we get rid of some of this stuff, and that's not what I wanted to do, boom, can grab that. This stuff here can go down in here to sort of cover this hole, like so. And then we need a 3x3 area, don't we? Okay, so if we take that out, that out, that out, that out, and that out, we have a 3x3, and we can put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need boom, 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 and boom, like so. And we can just, we're going to put this guy there. We're going to put our, ooh, I wish we could do that. I should have put it over one, shouldn't I? We're going to put our drain right there. Like so. We're going to put our controller there. and our tank is going to go, tank is going to go right there, like so, and then we can do a conduit between them, hopefully. So we need a bunch more. So our faucet needs to go on that guy. Under here, we need that guy, like so. And then we need to grab a bunch more of this stone, seared brick, sorry. Seared brick like so. Flunk, 9 should be plenty, and then the rest of it we can use for all sorts of goodies. So this is going to get us a basic smeltery. So boom, 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 and we have ourselves a smeltery. Nice. So we've got this leftover one which I didn't really need to make because that's going to give us 9 slots. Lovely. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and we can throw lava in this bad boy, and we can throw normal stone into it, and it will cook down into stuff that will give us this seared brick. It's a slightly different color, it's called something different, but it works and does the job. So we've got a bunch more like so. Something I do want to make is a hopper and a timer, but we might look at doing that after we've made a few more things. So we need to start working on getting some invar. So we need, oh, that's not what I wanted to do, not even close. Boom, we need that guy. We can put some stuff away like so. We don't need that, we don't need that at this stage. Bucket at this stage is fine. Bones can go away, cool. So we want to grab some iron, aluminium iron, as well as some nickel, I think it is. And we're going to need to make some, boom, gives us 5, boom, gives us 3, not so great. I'm going to grab those guys, throw all the spare ones back, and then we're going to break these down. Boom, hammer time. Because we have upgraded the amount. We've only got 2 extra, but we've got a few. Boom. And then we'll look in the sand one and see if we've got copper, we've got iron, and silver. Where is it hiding? Copper, aluminium, gold, lead, platinum, silver, tin, and nickel. There we go. So we've got enough to make a few more of these. One more of that. Boom. And one more. 4 more of that. Nice. So, boom. Like so. And we'll go through the process again. And this is a surefire way to make a bunch more stuff. Cool. Get rid of, where are they? That guy. And then dust. We want our iron, and we want our tin, silver, nickel. Nice. Okay. Boom. Gives us 13. And boom. Gives us 5. Cool. Okay. So now we should be able to grab our bucket from here, and boom, boom, a couple of buckets in there. That should be filling up with cobble again. Now we want to throw in, so if we do, what have we got? We've got 9, so if we do just 3 and 3, should give us 6, should give us 12 invar with any luck. Should. We shall see. Oh crap, we need to put a bit of gold in there and make an ingot cast, don't we? Didn't think that through. Okay, so we need a little bit of gold. Have we got gold up here? We have got gold. Lovely. We need 1 of you. Nice. not in the dirt chest, in the dust chest, back with the, and then we've got an iron ingot, so we need to throw this guy in. So where is the gold? Gold. So we've got nickel, the iron's gone in, and we have invar and some spare nickel, and there'll be some gold there somewhere, so we need to throw in a couple more of those. It's 3 ingots, so I think 3 more iron. We've got 9, that will give us the 12, so it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1? Must be 2 to 1. Okay, so there's the gold, so we want that at the bottom, and then what we want is to grab this guy, throw him in there, and then Kaflunk, and that's going to make ourselves an ingot cast. Boom. I don't know why my iron bloody ingot disappeared. That's not that great, but oh well. Not that great at all. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore with the rest of the stuff. As soon as the stuff is done, we should have ourselves some invar. We should have 12 ingots of invar. Now I think that I needed 11 or 10? I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, 18. 18, so we've got more than enough. Jolly good. So we're going to drain that out. Just like so. Now eventually what we'll do is we will get a hopper made up, so a hopper underneath this thing going into a chest, so that it just, and a timer up above, so it just automatically pours, the hopper sucks it out, and it does its thing. But for now we're going to have to grab this stuff out until we can get some machines and a bit more automation sorted. But this is doubling our ores, it's making everything happen, and all is well and good in the world. So what I might do, guys, is I might actually get all this poured and cut away and do a bit more sifting, and realise that I haven't set my timer, so I don't know how long I've been waffling for. And I'll come back in a little bit. So I'll see you soon. Okay guys, I'm back again. I've just woken up from my beauty sleep, so the sun is out and shining and all is good and well in the world, other than all these bloody mobs in our mob farm. Which is working very, very well, I do say myself. The only thing I might look at doing in the future is raising that up a bit so we can get some Endermen spawning in there, because that's something we don't get. But I have had a lot of Endermen just spawning around on the island, and we've got, where are they? 5 Ender balls there, so we've got quite a few of them. So everything's running quite smoothly. Okay, I've got some furnaces crack-a-lacking, making a bit of charcoal, as well as making me some glass. So I'm going to grab that little bit of glass there, and I'm going to crack on making a few things. So the first thing I want to make is I want to make a magmatic dynamo. This guy here. Now this requires a butt ton of invar, a piece of silver, 2 redstone, I've lost them, and 3 redstone. So we're going to grab some silver, some redstone, and a bunch of this invar that we made. Okay, so boom, we need, no, I'm sure we can make it without pouring them like so. I'm sure we can grab some iron like that and go flunk, boom, 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 boom. Oh, we can't. Oh, well that's horrible. Why can't we do that? I'm guessing we don't have Buildcraft or something like that installed. Well, that's horribly, horribly terrible. Okay, so we obviously need to make that in the smeltery, but how do we make this, the gear cast? We obviously have to put an iron gear in there. So to make an iron gear, we need the cast. To make that, we need the iron gear. An iron gear. Okay, so iron gear. Like so. Can we put a stone gear in there first, I wonder? We'll grab some stone. I think we'll put some in there. Boom, half a stack of stone. And we'll see if we can make stone gear, which I think is actually around a stick gear, isn't it? Oh, this is not good. I was not expecting to have to do this. Okay, so we need some sticks. Sticks aren't too hard. A couple of planks into some sticks, and boom, 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 makes us a wooden gear. Okay, so a wooden gear surrounded by stone gets us nothing. I wonder if that can get us a grindstone. It can get us a gear casting. Okay, jolly good. So we need a piece of gold. Gold, gold, gold. We have one of you. We need to whip that out of there. We need to throw our wooden gear that we left in our thingamajiggy. Well, that is a good thing to learn. Did not know we had to do this. This is actually a real pain in the backside. So we want to get rid of, say, our glass for now. We want that. We want to throw that down there. Throw in our piece of gold. Actually, I think we have some aluminium brass. I have a feeling we got a reward for some aluminium brass. Electrum, aluminium brass. Look at that. We're going to use that up instead of using our gold. Nice. Just put one in there for now. Let it do its thing. And then we should... I haven't pushed start on my freaking timer again, so if this episode goes long, I do apologise. But this is doing its thing, and then we should be able to pull that on top of this gear, get our gear cast, and we can put some invar. 4 should only give us 4. I think we're going to need 8. Pull that on top of there. I'm guessing that gear will burn up and will give us a gear cast. Come on. It's taking a minute. Ah, it needs more. Okay, that's fine. We can put in another one. We can do this. We can do this, team. We want that to be at the bottom. Sorry for the setback. Was not expecting to have to do this at all. I was thinking your normal gear where you put an iron ingot in the middle and then surround it with doohickeys would work, but apparently not. 288 of 288. So wait for it to harden and voila. Come on. Don't tell me it's not going to work. Ah, there we go. It just took a sweet ass time. Okay, so that in there, we've got our molten invar in there. We should be able to pour ourselves a couple of invar gears. Nice. 1 and, with any luck, 2. Nice, 2 of our gears. We shall take our invar cast. We need to put a chest over here somewhere for holding these things. We'll just chuck it in there for now. And we'll throw our... Oh, God, these things are a pain in the backside. Throw that guy down. Okay, and back to our bloomin' magmatic dynamo. Okay, so magmatic. This guy, we need to make one of you, which we can do. Boom, 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 boom. We need to throw it together. Boom, we have ourselves a magmatic dynamo. Nice. Now, the next thing we want to make is a thing called an auto sieve. Auto, I might well be one word. We will just put in sieve or sieve, like so. And what do you know, we need an electrum gear. Okay, so we need 4 electrum ingots. Do we have 4? We just happen to have 4. I'm going to need our gear cast again. Pick that bad boy out, throw that in. 4 electrum ingots, get that crack-a-lackin'. That's doing its thing. We could go ahead and start shoving these things down. What I'm thinking is maybe building a wall of machines just, yeah, because we don't need to get at that anymore. Just along here, sucking out of this thing. We could probably do it along the back of the house here so that we can still get down there and manually take stuff if we want to. How's that going? That is molten. Boom. So I think that might be the way to go. we'll leave that there for now. I will sort that out off camera. I'm trying not to run either, by the way, because it uses up my hunger so freaking fast. Autosieve, we don't have a bunch of that stuff. We're going to need that into nuggets. So we've got that, we've got that. We need the nuggets, we need silk mesh, which is a bunch of string. Now, that may well not be a downfall. Jolly good, we've got that. Okay, bunch of string, like so, gives us silk mesh with an electron gear, couple of invar nuggets, and then, like so, gives us an automatic sieve. Nice. So we've got our power supply, we've got our auto sieve. Now we need a pulverizer is the next thing we want. This guy here. Pulverizer basic. So we need to make one of those. Boom. We've got the redstone, but we didn't have the gold. Which I think was what, yep, reception core is gold. One of you. We need a couple of flint and we need a couple of copper gears. Now I did not get those ready. Flint is no biggie, we've got that in here. We need 1, 2. If you didn't know, by the way, hover over something, use your scroll wheel on your mouse and you can just wind things in or out of that inventory. So a couple of copper gears. Powdered iron ore, so we're going to need 8. It gives us 2, which will give us... No, that'll only give us 2, which will give us 4, so we need another 8. Dust, we need iron, copper, another 8, like so. Boom. Oh, I grabbed iron instead of copper, didn't I? Put the iron back. We need another 8 copper, like that. Kaflunk gives us 4 of them, which should give us 8 ingots. And that should give us enough to make our gears. So we're just waiting on them. A lot of shaking around just to make a little couple of machines. We can probably do something while that's doing it. We need to make a few conduits. So we're hopefully we have, I don't actually know, thermodynamics. Nice. So we need some flux ducts. We need... Ooh, that looks expensive. Lead and a bunch of redstone. Okay, so we can't make that right now, but we're also going to need some fluid ducts. So we're going to need some basic fluid ducts. What have we got? Energy flux ducts, resonant flux ducts, flux duct. So temperate flux duct. Will break if contents are extremely hot or cold. Fluid duct, hot or cold, hardened. So we need maybe any temperature. So we need these guys. Now these guys are invar and some hardened glass. I think. Oh, maybe the recipe's changed. No, I think I can make these ones, the opaque ones, which are lead and invar. Okay, so we can do those. So we want a piece of lead, which I have here. So we can go a lead. Geez, this NEI is massive, and boom, boom, gives us 6 fluid ducts. Nice. Okay, so we'll pull this out. Because I wonder if we can set our machines up in a way that we don't need the item conduits straight away, because I just don't think I have enough redstone to handle the jandal. I've only got 9 left. We needed 6, I think, to make that up. So we'll make this pulvy and see how we get on. Boom. So we've got those. We need a pulverizer, P-U-L-V-E-R, like so. Boom, boom. Oh, missed it. Oh, we need to make a piston. Flunk. Of course we don't. We need some wood. 3 wood. Piston. Boom, like so. We've got him. So there's another piece of redstone gone. We need the basic machine frame when that guy pops up. Boom, like so. and some glass, and of course we need a tin gear. Okay, so have we got any tin on us? Silver? No, of course we don't. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 tin. So many of these freaking gears. That guy in there. Let this do its thing, and of course we're out of lava. But that's okay, we've got unlimited source of lava here. We'll put a bunch of that in there and just let it do its thing while we're making everything, because we've still got 5 buckets of lava in there. Okay, so we might even grab another one and have this guy full. Nice. And it's going to keep on making stuff. And we have ourselves a tin gear. Nice. Have a munch. Okay, we're full. Right. So, Polby, come on, you sir. Boom. What are we missing? So it was normal glass, of course it's 4 iron. Okay, so we've got some glass, we need another 3 iron. Flunk, 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 flunk. Our gear in the middle, and boom, boom, gives us some glass, and gives us a basic machine frame. Nice, that gives ourselves a pulverizer. Right. So we'll go and try and set this up and see how we get on. We're going to need something to suck it out of there, so I'm thinking that we might quickly sleep. I'm thinking that we are going to need these item conduits, aren't we? We'll get ourselves a basic setup. Oh, he landed in the drink, didn't he? Where'd he go? Let's see if we can get him. There he goes. Come to me, big boy. Ah, I went in the lava. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. Went in the freaking lava. Not too impressed by that, but anyway. So, boom, pulverizer. Where are we going to put... Where are we going to... No, that isn't going to work. Unless we go down and under with the lava, or up. We'll see what we can do with. Okay, so pulverizer. We want the auto sieve to be there, and then some form of chest up above it. Okay, we can manage that. Right, so these are the hardened fluid ducts. So if we put that guy... I wonder... If we... I don't want to put it right there in case... Am I going to need to go... I don't think I'm going to need to go in there. Okay, what we'll do is we'll go flunk and flunk, like so. What the hell just... Oh, bloomin' skeleton. Where'd a bit of dirt go? Oh, what the crap, team? He stole me a bit of dirt. Bloomin' Enderman. Ah, dirt's not cheap. Okay. Not too impressed by that, I have to say. Boom. Don't want that. Okay, apparently that's using that as fuel to cook it. But anyway, so we need a servo to put that in there, and then we need some power conduits as well. This isn't ideal. I'm going to have to rearrange this. Okay, so we do need the power conduits. Okay, so flux duct. These guys. Lead, glass, boom. No. How much lead have we got? We have got zilch. 0 lead. No. 1, 2. Lead, glass, and redstone. These guys, Kaflunk, gives us 6 leadstone energy conduits. Okay, let's get this set up. So those need to go back one, basically. Where's our pick? Boom. This guy. Please don't break. Boom. So I'm thinking... Stone, flux-stone. That's not what... Boom. Boom. Like so. And then if we put... get rid of this wood, get rid of my hammer. We want pulvy, we want sieve. If we have... Coming in the front here... Pulvy and sieve. And then we can have an output... Oh, that's a floor duct, not an item duct. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a wrench, so I hope that worked. That's fine, that's going to work. We need, that is power, that is fine. All we need now is a servo. Do we have enough stuff to make a servo? Reinforced servo, items fluids from something. Basic servo, what are those? Those are iron nuggets. Okay, so I'm sure we can do this. We need some iron and some iron nuggets. So, like so. Make one of them into some nuggies, and then some basic servos. Boom, boom, nice. Flunk into there, we want ignored, and that is getting power. That is getting power. Freaking fantastic. Okay, so now we have fluid ducts, flux ducts, and we need some item ducts. Okay, I bet you we run out of redstone. Guarantee it. What's the bet? We need redstone. So item ducts, item duct. What? So transfers items. Okay. So it is tin and glass. How much tin have we got? We have got silver. I think we've actually got a bunch of tin. We do. Nice, nice. Open there. Flunk. Hardened glass. Is it only hardened glass? Can we? We can make it with lead and tin. Okay, so we need another piece of lead, which we have. Lovely. These guys just means we can't see what's going on. Fan-freaking-tastic. Don't need to see what's going on. It is all well and good. Okay, so boom. We kind of need that to work. Okay, so that ain't gonna work. We have to go on the top. We're gonna have to use our pick. Whoa. Why is that doing that? Boom. Boom, like so. Yeah, I don't want that flowing into the swimming pool there. This is messy. This is getting very, very messy. Like so. I should take that away. And then if we can put this guy in there, turn redstone to ignored. This here, we need to close that. We need to that. We need... there we go. It is just very, very slow. Cool. Filling up with that. That's filling up with stuff. Doing its sifting. Boom. We have stuff. Nice. That's full of lava. It's full of power. This here has got 0 millibuckets of lava in it, but that is fine. It's all doing its thing. Now we just need a chest on the end, if I've got one. I do not. But that's fine. 8 of these guys. Boom. Boom. And, of course we don't have a servo, because we used them both, didn't we? So we need another servo, another item duct. Tempted to put it right there, and then an item duct around the corner. I think I will, like so, and then we just need a servo on there, and then all of our shizwas works. Nice, we can fill in that gap. We'll make one more servo if we can. Servo, a basic flunk. What do we need? We need iron, glass, and a piece of redstone, and we have one piece left. Iron. 2 of them, nice. More redstone. Nord. Cool. Everything is doing its job. Nice. So that's coming around into there. This stuff here is eventually going to come into there. Beautiful. Oh, it's glorious. Automatic sifting system. Fan-freaking-tastic, team. Absolutely stoked. Okay, so that's the end of this episode. We've done well, I think, to get all this set up and get all this stuff made. Took a lot of sifting and stuff in the background, but we're finally there. So, fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you keep watching. And don't forget to hit that like button if you did enjoy. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.